months of preparation, thousands of dollars in equipment, and countless hours spent in workshops all around Western Australia preparing these nitro machines for battle. But race day is finally here. After a long and grueling off-season, it's Nitro Max at Perth Motorplex.
Anthony got away better. He's moving around in that hot rod. He's over the center.
Yeah, I'm happy it went from one end to the other. I think the clutch was still a little loose, and it did walk around a fair bit further out there, so we'll have a look at that. But yeah, we've changed so much on the car. I'm pretty happy it just went to the other end.
I can sense that. And I know that you're chasing big numbers tonight. We're still in the early days of competition. You've got to take it when you can get it. That is still a great pass.
Absolutely, we're happy with it. As long as it's clean and dry and we can come back out here again, I'm happy.
Brody Pilkington, crewing for Chucky's Toy. Your description of that pass is?
It's just an altered. It's short wheelbase, it's wild. Beggs loves to put on a show and he didn't want to get out of it, he wanted to win, but unfortunately it's going to be a handful. It's a new car, it's short wheelbase. We'll get a handle on it and come back round two and try again.
How good is it to have fuel altereds back here in Western Australia? They are only 10 inches shorter, but that 10 inches makes the biggest of differences when these cars try to get down the racetrack. Altereds get out of shape, they get wild, they want to turn on the tyre. And that's exactly what Anthony Begley is now having to try and deal with this new combination. Chucky's Toy here in Western Australia makes for some wild laps here at Perth Motorplex.
Point A to point B in sub 6 seconds. Andrew Catavardis has been looking down the aisle of like a 5.4 for a little while. We've seen Rory go there and even further into the 5.35 ranks. The conditions are very good, ladies and gentlemen. The track is as good as it has ever been. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the teams be able to get behind the clutch tune-ups and try and get them to launch out the gate. They did a great job getting Chucky's Toy to stick, and just like Chris Mitchell was mentioning earlier, the Altered has no aerodynamics. After 250 kilometres an hour, that is mostly just an ice cream bucket in the wind, whilst its mate in the other lane has got a slippery aerodynamic package and a whole lot of downforce on the wing. The wing is very representative as the deck that's over the rear tyres on a funny car. that is something that does not exist on Chucky's toy. So when they mention standing on the tire's physically growing as the car gets faster down the racetrack. And as it grows taller, it actually gets narrower and it becomes like riding on a set of ice skates. The funny cars, they've got the advantage to get the aero packages from end to end, and we hope that Emma Begley can put on her first big 5-second pass in a funny car, and the Catavatas family with their brand new supercharger, with their new engine combination that's been proven very, very potent in the field, will be looking to go back to back on that championship last year.
Incrementals, 0.96, a 2.4, a 3.6, 333 kilometres an hour at half track, and rolled through with a 5.9.
Here with James Rowland, we knew this was the plan all along. Get it out close to that 1,000-foot marker. Shut it off, because you guys have just put a brand new supercharger on this car, ready for this new year of racing in Nitro Max, and you want to step it up slowly, because these superchargers, they can cause a lot of damage when they're not quite right.
Yeah, that's right. We want to be able to make sure that the car's, running order basically every lap, so we can come out and do 3 laps and try and entertain the people that have come down here. So they generally only hurt themselves in the last bit of the run because it takes that long for it to build the heat in the engine and starts to melt the pistons and the cylinder heads and stuff. So hopefully with that'll get us a really good amount of data, and we can make sure the car's safe and be confident to drive it to the finish line.
So the run was exactly as you guys expected. A little bit of clutch dust off the start, maybe a little bit soft. Were you just caging around with what the track was going to be like for you guys for this first round of Nitro Max?
We came testing a few weeks ago and we had a problem with the car doing big wheel stands, and basically when the front wheels are in the air you obviously can't steer it, so we just tried to calm it down. We put a really tall first gear ratio in it just to try and walk it off the start line, keep the front wheels on the ground, and just get us exactly what we did there. So that's perfect.
A comment on the new supercharger. The header flames were strong, they were nice and yellow. Even in the daylight you could still see them. That's a bit of a first for your team in tuning this Beach Bomb car.
Yeah, so basically our old supercharger was down on air, so when there's not enough air you can't put the fuel in, which basically means you don't get the really big nice header flames. So this new supercharger sort of puts about 20 to 30% more air in the engine, so 20 to 30% more fuel means hopefully a lot more power and good flames.
There's plenty to be seen from this team yet. I mean, they were running into the 550s consistently last season, down 30% on air. Now they've put a new supercharger on it. Wait till they have this Beach Bomb tuned up. Let's check it out.
Hot Rod just tells the air to get out of the way. And on the clutch, well, saw the sparks underneath it at 6.17 for Begley's going to make him happy, and he won't even care about the 580 in the other lane because that was expected, but well done. Anthony Begley and the crew, well done the Catavatas family. Boy, what a race, boys.
On the replay, down to Chris here with Michelle on the start line.
Here with Michelle wiping away nitro tears because the Beach Bomb was running quite rich coming through. Even through the burnout, you could feel the little droplets on your arm. A satisfying pass, though, to run a 584 second lap for the season.
Yeah, look, if you're standing on the side of the car here, what you can actually feel is like rain, basically, but it's nitro rain. It's a real amazing experience actually on the start line. It kills me every single time. I cry every single moment, but I think it's happy nitro tears. That pass was probably not as fast as we would have liked. You could see that he obviously got off it early. The header flames were, down. But I guess what will happen is we'll go back to the pits. We'll have a look at the data, see what was happening. I know James Rowland and his dad Stewie on board this weekend will no doubt analyse it, see where we can improve and come back. The aim of the game for us is to put on a show for the crowd, and that's the most important thing for us at the Beach Bomb team.
It's very important for these guys to get the car from A to B every time. Regardless of the time it runs, they live to that motto, keeping it alive and get it to the finish line. An early shut-off on an 80. We know there's more from the Beach Bomb, but you've got to have a proud moment to see this car and the work from not only just your family and the two families together to make this happen.
Yeah, look, a very proud wife here. Drag racing is our life, but to see my husband just nail it every time, even though it's not the fastest, it's amazing. So we're really happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
There you go, Michelle Catavatas, as there's more nitro from behind the Chris Mills Performance Bridge. Let's keep it on going for Nitro Max.
On the clutch, wanted to run fast. You see when he stepped it, the car squatted, then the clutch went to lock up and turn the tyres right off the line. And I think the air's a little better, the track's a little cooler, and perhaps the crew are just a little bit ambitious, Corey.
Ambition is the key. Rory, that felt like big fuel down here on the start line. How many gallons is going in that girl now?
A little bit.
I tell you, that was close to big fuel experience just sitting here on idle. Obviously, way more power than you need on the start line. Or did you consider that a clutch miss?
I think both, actually. I reckon I missed power-wise, with way too much power to it, and way too much clutch. But I'm trying to find the boundaries.
Absolutely, and you've been through so many nitro physiques of different sorts of gallonage, different sorts of magneto powers. This sort of combination is certainly moving back towards that big 5,000 horsepower, 4,500 horsepower number, I feel.
Well, it's getting there. I mean, we ran 530s once in the car. We'd like to get back there. But when we did that, we hurt the engine. We smoked the pistons out of it. So we're trying to do that without hurting the engine. But, I mean, we really got after it this time, trying to find the edges.
And you got a result, so at least you can come back from that.
Yeah, it's not broken.
Yeah, isn't that it? Young Chris Mitchell has got the beautiful Emma Begley on the other side. As we shoot to a quick replay, if you don't mind there, Chris. Yes, here is your pass, Rory. Massive head of flame on the head of the gas, straight up into tyre smoke. Matt rolls out of it, decides to pop it up the track a little bit faster, but it's all in the moment on the start line.
Emma Begley here. Unfortunately, you didn't get to join us with the Dark Knight in this second round of Nitro Max. Tell us what's going on with the car, and are we going to see you in the final round?
Look, I'm definitely hoping so. Rory and the whole team were kind enough to get some parts quickly together for us. So fingers crossed. What's happened is the quill shaft bolts have broken, which has stopped the supercharger from turning, and that's why we just couldn't get any revs out here on the burnout. As soon as I put my foot down and knew something wasn't right, we need to shut it off and get it back to the pits and work out what's going on so we can come on and put a good show on for everyone tonight.
It must be a frustrating time because you not only want to put on a show for the crowd, but you've been re-ticked off in this car that was originally your baby, your car to get out here and have fun in a Nitro Funny car. You must be chomping at the bit to come and turn a number and get the satisfaction of driving this thing again.
That's exactly right. You know, I've begged Dad since I was a very young girl for this moment. So to come back in the car that I haven't raced for 5 years, I really want to be out here racing with everyone tonight. But fingers crossed we'll get it done for the last pass.
There you go, Emma Begley, the Dark Knight. Hopefully we see her back out in the final round tonight. WA Nitro Max here at Perth Motorplex. This is the first round of a 3-round series. Now, introducing to you, this is the race for consolation. Now, we're not fighting it out for BMW and Speed Talk trophies here, but what we're fighting out for is pride in the family. Daughter Emma Begley, father Anthony Begley, going to race it out in this consolation final. Arguably, Emma has the quicker combination of car than the Begley. Anthony's got a shorter wheelbase and less use, but there's just some fighting words going on here.
Oh, look, definitely. I'm going to take a fast one, but I'm with you for a good race, and I'm going to call that.
The good side is Emma is suited, and that means they have got the Dark Knight fixed, and that means we will see her out for a third round to take down that new Grand Prix.
But it's not 7 spark plate, so it's falling a little bit short.
Well, Corey, can I ask a question from up here?
Question from the top.
Standing on side there, I think it's rude because he's got a short wheelbase. He's just not very tall.
I tell you what, that my head hits the top of the roll cage, so definitely good for small people. Definitely. You're very well laid into such a ride like that, but very new position.
So before we get into all the rumblings that are happening behind the Chris Mills Performance Bridge, ladies and gentlemen, can I have a hand for the father and daughter combination racing it out in Nitro Max here this weekend at Perth Motorplex? How was that, mate?
It was good, mate. Got a bit slow everywhere, so we're just going to change a couple of things. The car didn't quite respond how we wanted it to. So we're just going to change the gearbox ratio and a couple of bits and pieces and try and make a bit more horsepower, go a bit faster. We're going from a 29% to 35%, so it's a bit easier for everything. We'll put a bit more load in the clutch, see if we can make it work a bit harder and burn some more fuel and get it moving.
Chase something with a 5.7.
5.5, 5.4, somewhere around there will be nicer in all honesty. Yeah, A to B, comfortably. It's the last lap of the night. We're going to try and turn it on a little bit and see how we go.
Obviously into the 8 final.
I guess so. 2 wins tonight, so we're hoping so. I haven't seen Rory going out for his second run. Not quite sure what the deal is there. They did go out? Okay. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So if so he'll get the win for that. So that means us and Rory, I assume. for the A final, so we'll get everything we can do.
If you had to put money between Emma and Anthony, if they can get Emma's car going.
Oh, Emma's gonna walk all over her dad easily. That guy, that old guy, nah, he's got nothing. That young spring chicken, she will nail him on the tree all the way out the back door, I guarantee you.
Do you want to get a t-shirt?
Oh no, she's got one.
Oh, you got one. Oh, awesome.
How's this pro driver signing going on?
I've actually got to do one. What? Do you want me to do?
Get things fixed up?
Hopefully. Look, we're the boys are working really hard, so fingers crossed you'll see us out there last one.
You can sign it too, can't you?
I don't know if I can do two things at once.
2XL and an XL?
Yep.
Oh, excuse me, mate. Mate, you missed all the action. All the action.
Where was I?
Not here.
Sitting in the beach one,
Probably. Mate, we've had shit apart. We've had broken bolts.
I had all that. Well,
Turns out it wasn't. It was just they sheared the bolts. All the bolts had walked out. Yeah.
Any more gaff tape up there?
this is the culprit right here.
Well, then Brandon got some good footage. He was doing some footage things. I went into crew cheese mode.
If by my horrific math, if you get it fixed,
Yeah.
I think Emma's not going to get sent.
We'll take that. That's fine. We don't need many passes.
So, loyalty aside, who would you throw? Thank you.
Don't. That's hard. I love them both, Emma. Emma's coming in hard.
Go.
Oh, living the dream, mate. Living the dream.
Vernon's Cruise on Boltons. Don't get much better than that, does it?
Short, wild.
It's obviously a hard task when he goes up against Catavanas.
Yeah. End of the day, this thing's going to be a 6.0 Clyde mining car at best kind of thing. So it's more about putting on a show and having some fun, really.
Everyone loves a Phil Walton. Exactly.
How are you, mate?
Phil Walton, how's it treating you?
Yeah, not too bad. It goes good. It's a little bit interesting when you hit top gear, so it needs to calm down a little bit, but apart from that, it's not an issue. So
Is somebody breaking the horse? Back on these things?
yeah, I think so. So it's a little bit different. I haven't driven a short wheelbase for, well, a lot of years, but yeah, it's not that hard to get used to. Now when I hit top gear, I'm sort of used to what it's going to do, so hopefully it'll just get better and better from now.
Now, by reckoning, we think you might get down in the final round.
Yeah, I reckon. I think those two will be off against each other, so I would say so.
So you've raced them before.
Plenty of
Score
time.
so far?
I think it's like 5 to me, maybe 2 to her. 1 to her, and then the last one I broke on the line. And Brody shut me down, I nearly run him over. So,
So with a car that's obviously inherently a disadvantage being short wheelbase and smaller cubes, are you setting instructions to give this car a bit of a soft tune-up, or?
nah, we want that to go hard and hope it's, we just need it to be able to run with Rory and Catters. So we'll just take it easy without killing it, and yeah, but we'll still run it reasonably hard. So hopefully it'll run a 60 or 70. We never know. We'll see how it goes. Thanks, mate.
If you get it fixed, you're lining up against Dad, aren't you?
Oh, am I? Look, this is news to me. So fingers crossed, if I can take home that second win tonight, I'll be happy.
If you can beat Dad.
Of course, always. That's always a bonus.
Months ago, have we heard anything? Just in general in between rounds?
It's a good thing. Only a pride. Only a pride. Great going like before. Come on, I didn't brush my hair. G'day, mate.
You guys did it pretty hard in that one.
In the funny car? Yeah. I think he was trying to run real fast. Anyway, we'll see how it goes next time.
wants to do the work. You just got to get the steering wheel the correct way, I guess.
It blades the tyres basically instantly, so it needs to be able to get into the clutch a bit. So I think it just needs a bit of clutch out of it. Should get it to go down there.
Looking like you might face Catavartis in the final round. You need something?
Well, yeah, they're going pretty good. They're consistent, and they're not going all the way. So we know how fast this car can go. We'll see.
You know there's a 3 in there.
He's throwing some darts at it, I think, at the moment.
You just want to be along the ride for when it hits that bullseye.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Cheers, mate.
See it.
What are we doing?
We're adjusting ignition timing. And we're not filming it.
Not going to show me the secret, that's right. We'll just film on the crew and do it on the car instead. We can try.
It was worth a try, wasn't it?
It was worth a shot to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
You need a bit of something to take down Catavartis in this final.
Oh, we got plenty for him.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. It's just whether or not we can stick it.
How's the track? It seems pretty good right now.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the track.
Yeah.
We just got too aggressive.
A bit too greedy.
Yeah. That's it.
You bit the hand that fed you, didn't you?
Yeah. No, we're trying to find parameters. You know, we were too soft on the first one. Oh, it still went down. It was just a little soft. And so we threw a bunch at it, found the other end. So now it's about finding something in the middle.
There you go. Can't find the boundary if you don't go past it sometimes.
Exactly.
Is a talented bloke, I tell ya.
Hey, does Catavartis v Abel, Begley v Begley? Where's your money going?
Bet on Begley.
With Begley.
not want to lose. Did you see how quickly he got on the draw? Em's got him.
Oh, 5.636.
Gets him.
416 kilometres now for Emma Begley.
Wow. Anthony cut a 0.09 line, Em with a 0.2. I thought it's over. She got him all the way down the track. She beat him at every increment, and a 5.63 is awesome.
Down to Chris first with the brother.
So this is the third Begley, who, because of this, isn't driving right now. But to see that car run a 5.6, Emma's just beat the old man. What's going on in the trip home?
Oh, I don't reckon they'll be talking probably. But yeah, no, it's really good that she's finally got him here in Perth. She got him once before in New Zealand, but good to see.
Anthony said before this race the score was about 5-2 in favour. Emma has just brought it that little bit closer, and she is sending a message to the old man. I'm coming for you, and you're little altered. Emma Begley takes down Anthony Begley in the consolation final. Let's check out that replay up on the super screen.
Shooting to the replay, a match made in heaven. The header flames were higher from the young lass from the beginning. Beggs has given it up. It looks like an exhaust, a spark plug or something shoots out the exhaust over the finishing line. But Emma Begley with a 5.6. Brody, were you expecting something like that?
Oh, look, going by the test pass last meeting, it was definitely sort of somewhere close to that. But it's come out of nowhere a little bit, but we've been working towards it, and it's definitely there, and the car deserves to go that fast, put it that way.
And Perry, a magnificent job also keeping up with her housekeeping. Looked like she couldn't find first gear, and you ran up to her I don't know, she needed help, and she was happy to see you and allowed to progress to the start line.
Yeah, she had a bit of trouble getting it into fourth gear, that's all, but I've always said I tuned the car for the best Begley.
And you damn well did. The young has taken it in this occasion. I can't wait to see Papa Beggs on the return road.
Fit yourself in, and we are in pre-stage. Pre-stage, and we are racing Calavados.
Look at Matty Abel fly! A 6.058 at 373 kilometres now. Matty Abel on Nitro Thunder for the Northern Territory defeats Andrew Catavatis. Thank you to BME Engineering and Speed Talk for bringing us a sensational final.
I'm with a happy tuner, Rory Taylor, but he even wanted it to go faster. Rory, a 6.0 isn't the number that you want, but taking a win light into the final, you get to take away that BME and Speed Talk trophy back to the office for Monday morning.
Yeah, look, it's great to win, no doubt about that, and the Catavatis team are really hard to beat. Actually, everybody who races in this field is hard to beat. Our car, you probably noticed it was smoky. It had a hurt cylinder, so that probably slowed it down a little bit. It should have really gone faster than that. But it got to the other end, and I did soften it up, tried to get in the middle of where we were from the last two laps, but it's okay. It's not hurt badly, and we can come back out next.
It's all good because you guys are winners. Congratulations. Rory Taylor and Matt Abel taking out Nitro Max. That is it for Nitro Max. Let's check out the replay one more time for your Nitro Max final. up in smoke there from Andrew Catavatas. The candles were strong despite a hurt cylinder on Nitro Thunder, but they have finally broken the back of that winning streak of the Catavatas clan. That is a wrap here for Nitro Max. It has been a killer day here at Perth Motorplex. Thank you so much for joining us on behalf of all the volunteers and the track staff, the full-time staff here at Perth Motorplex, and myself, Corey Marriott, Sean McCabe and Stewie Bond up there in Formula Tech Race Control, bringing you all the action. We look forward to seeing you again. Nitro Slam. You thought Nitro Max was enough? We're bringing Nitro cars plus a full field of top door slammers January 8, 2022 to bring in the new year with some Nitro. Get your tickets and information at motorplex.com.au. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you next time. Good night.